Right now, someone in your life is influencing your decisions, your emotions, your self-perception, even the way you see reality. And you have absolutely no idea it is happening, not because you are naive, not because you are weak, but because the tactics being used against you were designed specifically to be invisible. By the end of this video, you will never be able to unsee them. If you have ever left a conversation feeling guilty, but could not explain what you did wrong. If you have ever agreed to something you did not want, and wondered later how it even happened. If you have ever felt like someone made you feel small, without ever saying anything obviously cruel. If you have ever felt like your memory of events was somehow wrong according to someone else, you were not imagining it. You were not overreacting. You were being played. And today we are going to show you exactly how. Here is what makes psychological manipulation so devastatingly effective. It does not look like manipulation. It looks like love. It looks like concern. It looks like someone who just wants what is best for you. And it does not target your logic. It targets your emotions. Because your emotions make decisions far faster than your rational mind. And once your emotions are triggered, your logic arrives too late to stop what has already happened. This is why intelligent people get manipulated just as often as anyone else. Intelligence protects you from bad arguments. It does not protect you from emotional exploitation. Right now, we will show you 5 tactics used by manipulators. Tactic 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is the art of making you distrust your own reality. It sounds like, "That never happened. You are remembering it wrong. You are too sensitive. You are imagining things." Each statement alone seems small, but repeated over time, they dismantle your confidence in your own perception. And once you stop trusting yourself, you start trusting them instead, which is exactly what they wanted. Tactic 2. Love bombing, then withdrawal. The manipulator floods you with attention first. Compliments, warmth, more than you have ever received from one person. Your brain registers this as safety, as finally being truly seen, and then they take it away. Suddenly cold, unavailable, no explanation. And you spend every waking moment trying to get back to the version of them that made you feel that way. You were not falling in love with a person. You were falling in love with a variable reward system, the same psychological mechanism that makes gambling addictive. Tactic 3. Guilt shifting. When a manipulator does something wrong, they do not apologize. They explain to you why you caused it. You confronted them about a lie. Now the conversation is about how you never trust them, how exhausting it is to be constantly questioned. And somewhere in the middle of defending yourself, you forgot what you were originally upset about. This is not an accident. It is a technique. Tactic 4. Triangulation. Triangulation introduces a third party into your dynamic. Everyone thinks you overreact. My friends all said the same thing about you. She would never behave the way you do. The purpose is to make you feel surrounded, outnumbered, isolated in your own perspective. It attacks your sense of reality from multiple angles at once. Tactic 5. Minimization. Minimization is the quiet erasure of your feelings. You are upset. You express it. They respond with, "You are so dramatic. It was just a joke. Why do you always make everything about you?" Over time, this teaches you to shrink your feelings before you even express them, to wonder if you are acting too much before you have said a word. Until eventually you stop bringing your feelings to them at all. And they have achieved exactly what they needed. Your silence. Here is the darkest truth about psychological manipulation. The most dangerous manipulators in your life are not strangers. They are the people you love the most. Because manipulation does not always require malice. Some people manipulate out of fear, some because it was done to them first, and some because it works. Understanding this does not excuse the behavior, but it does change how you respond to it. A manipulator does not target your weaknesses. They target your strengths, your empathy, your loyalty, your willingness to be fair. Now that you can see that clearly, those same strengths become your protection. 3 specific things you can do starting today. 1. Trust your discomfort. If a conversation consistently leaves you feeling confused, guilty, or smaller, that feeling is information. Your nervous system detects manipulation before your conscious mind does. Stop explaining that feeling away. Start listening to it. 2. Name what is happening out loud. Manipulation depends on remaining unnamed. The moment you say calmly, "I notice that every time I raise a concern, the conversation shifts to my behavior. I notice I always end up apologizing even when I did nothing wrong." The dynamic immediately changes. You do not have to accuse. You simply have to observe, out loud. 3. Protect your narrative. Write down conversations, dates, what was said, how it made you feel. Not to build a case against someone, but to protect your own sense of truth. Because the most devastating thing manipulation does is not what it makes you believe about others. It is what it makes you believe about yourself. Guard your self-perception like it is the most valuable thing you own. Because it is. Psychological manipulation only survives in the dark, in the gap between what you feel and what you can name. That gap is now smaller. Every tactic we cover today loses its power the moment you can see it coming. You cannot always choose who enters your life, but you can choose what you allow to remain there. The game only works if you do not know you are in one. Now you do.